The following podcast has been rated Listener MA. It contains strong language, violence, adult situations, nudity. Listener discretion is advised.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Sportscast. I'm your host. My name is Scotty Gurman. Alongside me, as usual, I have to my left the 1984 Kingman County T-Ball Defensive Player of the Year Award winner, Mr. Jeremy Joseph.
Hello, Scotty.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Oh, like a dream come true.
Yeah, I'm sure. We got a birthday dude on this show today.
Is that true?
That is definitely true.
Is it me?
No.
Oh.
No, not you. But we do have our good friend, Mr. Derek Alders.
You mean the wreck?
The Wreck!
I'll be goddamn.
Yeah, I came out of a vagina. You'd never guess it.
I would have guessed an asshole, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely an asshole.
He is. I thought he came out of one.
Oh, that's possible. That
Yeah, it is possible.
okay. All right. Well, welcome back to the show, guys.
Why not?
This is a show where we like to take inappropriate jokes a little too far, especially when they are about sports, and even when they're not about sports. We kind of go off on our own tangents in all kinds of different directions. And we had a very, very busy week. But anyway, go ahead.
Did you notice that while we pointed out his birthday, we never said happy birthday?
I did.
Oh.
You just fucked up and messed up.
Did I? God damn it.
Sorry.
Dick.
Fuck, I'm out of here, guys. Sorry.
Jesus Christ. It was pretty good. I went to the titty bar yesterday.
Is that true?
Really?
Yeah, your sister's gotten so much better at dancing, Scotty.
That's so terrible.
She can work that steering wheel like a motherfucker.
She used to be awful.
She
too.
did.
That was... she came out in tap shoes.
Yeah. Tap shoe. The fact that she's able to fucking spin around that pole with one leg is amazing.
How did she lose that leg, Scotty?
Diabetes.
Apparently, I have no arms.
Obesity is the number one killer of diabetes.
That is true. It's
Yeah.
Apparently, I have no arms, and now I have a sister that's a stripper
with one leg.
And diabetes.
And type 2 diabetes.
Type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
The kind you get from obesity.
Yeah, that kind.
Spectacular. Love my life.
Well, I wouldn't if I were you. I'd probably kill myself, Scotty.
Jesus, yeah. Why do you persist, man?
End the bloodline now before it keeps going too far down the road.
Oh, jeez. Well, okay.
Or at least stop.
You talked me into it.
Stop fucking your sister.
Yeah. At least it give me more time.
That's terrible. Anyway, sports. That's what this show's about.
Yeah, Scotty's sister has railed the entire Wichita State Shockers baseball team.
I am an only child, for the record. But anyways,
They killed her? No. Son of a bitch.
Probably didn't watch that diet with that diabetes.
Yeah.
Didn't adhere to Wilford Brimley's advice.
Yeah.
Quaker Oats.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. We've got, obviously, the results of the Final Four and the NCAA championship game, obviously, because that's the only thing that's been peppered all over ESPN and every other sports website I can find. But we've got other stuff to talk about. We've got a couple coaches in the NCAA that are actually going to be changing jobs, which a couple of them I'm a little bit surprised about. And then we'll finish up with some baseball stuff.
Sweet.
Also go over a little bit of things that's going on in the NFL, even though it's the offseason, because it's just a big fucking drama show. Anyways, so did we all... I got to watch the game. We didn't get to watch the games together.
No.
Right? I think I started watching the game while you were working. I'm not sure.
I think you left right before.
Right before?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did all of us at least get to watch the Final Four games? Because both of them were pretty decent.
I did not. I worked.
You worked? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I got
did.
like bits and pieces to watch, but not a lot of it.
it felt like...
And I'm on a sports show.
Exactly. That's what highlights are for.
Never seen it. Never. What's the NCAA tournament
What's
again?
this Final Four you speak
Yeah.
of?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Is that we did find out that is totally legal to say.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what?
we are
you know
still
what
talking
the
fingers,
big
right?
thing is? I don't give a fuck if it wasn't legal to say. That's breaking news.
No, as long as you're talking about fingers.
Right.
Okay.
That was okay.
All right.
Like with
Like-
your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said,
All four.
Yeah.
The four remaining fingers.
yeah.
And Scotty's sister.
Shit.
Yeah. And they're
but-
webbed.
Yeah. But
But even if we couldn't use the term, what is Nick Foles going to turn us in? Honestly, he's our biggest fan.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. But we did have an exciting, week, because we do this show every Tuesday night. We release it pretty much right after we're done. The YouTube video comes out normally on Wednesday morning. So those of you guys that are listening for the very first time, that's kind of how the schedule rolls around here.
New place.
Yeah, a little bit. But we do also have some pretty. Before we go into the sports, as we already have gone on tangents.
I don't know
already.
why we would ever go into sports. Fuck sports.
Yeah.
Especially us. But I want to try to pull this up. We got some really, really cool thing that happened just in the last couple of days, and it's specifically for you guys and it's for the show as well. But I was contacted. Well, basically after one of the basketball games, I was staying up late, and I was going through Facebook and I was scrolling and stuff like that, and I found this conversation that was going on between a guy that I already knew and a guy that I didn't know. And the guy that I didn't know, his name is Keith Litsky, and we just started having a conversation. This conversation probably lasted a good 35 minutes. And what we were talking about, I had mentioned that we talked about on the show. And, of course, he asked, you guys have a show, and blah, blah, blah. I ended up having him take a peek at it. Anyways, liked the show. He did. And we got I got a screenshot of his phone of him sending an email directly to the CEO of Laughable, which is an application specifically for guys like you, stand-up comedians all over the country, that they help get the word out about, your shows, your podcasts, and stuff like that.
My wife actually calls my dick pics laughable.
Yeah, exactly.
My wife calls his dick pics laughable too.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, not mine.
They compare notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
not
wife's
me.
pretty impressed with my dick pics, actually. She's like, wow.
That's small.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she means.
Yeah, that's exactly what she says. She has to zoom in. But anyways, it's really, really cool. We want to say thank you very much to Keith. That was really, really awesome. Apparently, he needs the audio feed, and hopefully before too long, we'll be on the application. So where you guys, especially you guys, I'm obviously not the stand-up comedian here. Obviously not. I'm not the funny one, but at the same time, neither are you two. Anyways, but I hope that gets you guys out there, because you guys have shows coming up. I know
This Friday.
Yeah.
I had one.
Okay, and you have one. Yeah, give a shout out to
At the Meridian Center, it's the Aloha Ha.
That is a
comedy
pun.
festival. It sure is. That's a play on words, everybody. But it's a luau themed comedy show. It starts at 6 p.m. Come in, you get it's $20 to get in, but you get like a roast pig dinner
That's
with
cool.
a traditional Hawaiian shit. And then after everybody gets their food and gets sat down, then I guess they're going to be starting the comedy show. I'm not sure exactly what time. I would guess 7:30,
Probably.
somewhere around in there. It's going to be a fairly clean show. It's got to be PG rated. I'm putting the filter on. Sorry.
Oh God, that's terrible.
But yeah, that's this Friday, April the 12th, at the Meridian Center in Newton, Kansas.
I can't.
Nice.
I can't imagine you doing like a PG show. Like, that's really difficult for me to imagine. Right?
Oh, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually makes you better.
Yeah, I'm
Because
sure.
that way, what you're saying has to be funny and not just like when you go dirty. It's like, are we laughing at what I'm saying, or are we laughing at how inappropriate it is for a stranger to be talking about his dick in front of, I'm going to guess thousands of people that come to my shows.
And Derek, you also got a show coming up too, I believe.
Yeah, I will be in Aurora, Colorado at Uncle Charlie's Racist Jamboree. No, I'm just kidding. I will be at a Club Wave April 30th here in Wichita, Kansas. I'll be with Olivia Grace, who actually wrote for the Bruce Willis Roast, and she's been on all the seasons of Roast Battle. In the Belly Room is where she got her start at the Comedy Store in L.A. So
That's awesome.
yeah, that'll
That's
be a
awesome.
good show.
Yeah, and I try to remember, and sometimes I forget, but try to let you guys be able to advertise for your shows, or at least get a plug somehow, because if you guys aren't in the Wichita area, I'm sure you're close to a city that has local stand-up comedians. Go out and see them. I was really shy my first time that I went to go see Derek, because I just didn't want him to fail, and it turned out I damn near pissed myself because I was laughing so hard. So
And you're incontinent.
yeah,
So, by the way, next time that you go to a hotel, don't make the mistake. It's not an incontinental breakfast. because I was like, when in Rome, right? And so I just pissed my pants.
I'm sure.
Right in front of the fucking the Crunch Berries, and really made a scene.
Anyway,
I'm not allowed to stay at Super 8s anymore.
go see your local stand-up comedians, especially if you're in the Wichita area. Whenever you get a chance to go see these two, they are both very, very talented, and we're happy to have them here doing this show. So talented at all kinds of different skills. Jeremy's great at giving blowjobs. Right, Derek?
Yeah, he is pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Really?
Nobody works glory hole like you, though, Scotty.
Thanks, guys.
No, that's his job.
No, that's your job. It was called a hole before you got there. Now it's a glory
Yeah.
hole.
Got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So after that, again, thank you, Keith, and go see your local stand-up comics any chance you get. It's always a great time.
Thanks, Keith.
Yeah, thanks, Keith, buddy.
Appreciate you.
Anyways, all right. So now let's get to the Final Four.
All right.
We had a lot of basketball this last week,
And it's over, so that's it.
and now it's over. Moving on. No. Obviously, the first game that I wanted to talk about was a Texas Tech and Michigan State game because that was probably the most boring out of all the games over the weekend.
Yeah,
And
Tech
it was
pretty much.
damn good.
It was good.
I felt like Tech pretty much ran him out of the gym.
They D'd the shit out of them.
Yeah.
They just
They gave him the D.
Oh my God. It was very, very impressive to see a team like a Michigan State just get
They look lost.
yes.
They've never had anybody up in their face
No.
like that.
And it's shocking, especially after they come off of a big win against Duke. You know, I was thinking, all right, championship game, and I think we all picked it. I think no,
Jeremy picked Michigan State.
I picked Michigan State to win it all.
and you picked
Duke, so fuck me.
yeah. Well, we both picked Duke to win it all, but that's beside the point. But when the tournament started, I said Virginia, and I got talked out of it.
I don't know who talked out. Wasn't us.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You kind of
You were all-
your dark horse.
Yeah,
You
I said it was.
watch out for him.
I said
You were
watch
all
out for
about
him.
Virginia
I
the whole-
was, and then Michigan State played. I can't remember who they played. It's been a minute, but I'm like, man, they look good. Duke looks good.
All 4 teams look good.
Yeah, and it just sucked.
I didn't think Virginia was going to get lucky a third time in a row. And I say lucky because really Purdue should have beat them and Auburn should have beat them.
And they were down at halftime against a 16 seed
Again. By what, like 17 at one point they were
16 or
down.
17 by half.
I really did not think they were going to get lucky. I thought Texas Tech.
I know.
And if I would have bet that game, I would have bet Texas Tech in the over.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm still married because I didn't do that.
Exactly. But I mean, it was impressive. Defense wins championships, and Texas Tech's defense
Did you just
flat
make that up?
No,
Oh.
but they didn't win this one. But anyways, there was a couple.
Virginia is a pretty damn good defensive team.
They
too.
are too. That's true.
They
And-
average
but-
actually the longest time per possession, I believe, in the country, or they're like 359 out of 360 or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
and we'll get to that game here in a little bit. But there is a couple of statistics during the Michigan State Texas Tech game I wanted to point out. Realistically, the only difference between these two teams literally was field goal percentages.
Oh, I thought you were talking about kickers.
No,
Okay.
no, that's something the Chicago Bears have to figure out, Derek. That's not your subject. Anyways, moving on.
This week's Go Fuck Yourself is brought to you by...
Anyways,
Scotty.
yeah. Okay. Texas Tech was 22 for 51, which is 43%. It's not excellent, but Michigan State was 15 for 47 at 31.9%. That's awful. And let me tell you, that's not them just having a bad day shooting. That's getting flat out D'd the fuck up.
Yeah, every shot they took, they had a hand on their face.
Exactly. And it was, again, like I said, it was amazing to watch. The only thing that kept Michigan State in the game was their free throws. Texas Tech was 8 for 13 for 61.5%, and Michigan State was 14 for 18. That's the only way they were anywhere in the game.
To jump off of that, though, kudos to fucking Virginia on there because that came down to free throws at the end of both those games.
We're getting down to it.
I know, I'm just saying that
Yeah.
was free throws at the end of their Final Four game and at the end of the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that guy, and they hit them all. And that's something this tournament,
Yep.
a lot of teams, not that you've watched, they've missed those.
Yeah, that's how Tech
Bad.
That's how Tech won the game against Gonzaga was
Yeah.
free throws at the very end of the game.
Yeah.
So,
Did you guys notice, though, during this tournament, like from the Sweet 16 on,
yeah.
the refs were really letting them play? There was a lot of physicality that wasn't getting called, which really works in the defensive team's
Sure.
favor for sure. But most of the games that I saw, as it was coming down the wire, most teams had fouls to give still, which you never see that through the regular season.
Exactly.
Most teams are almost always in the double bonus.
That's how Duke had absolutely no chance to win that game whenever they were down,
Yeah.
by 2 possessions with less than a minute left.
Yeah.
They had no foul. They had, I think, 3 or 4 fouls total, and you can't come back after that. You can't stop the clock. You can't have the opportunity for them to miss a free throw. It's impossible. So that's a good point, really.
Yeah.
And they did. They let them play quite a bit, but these next 2 games there were some referee blunders or questionable calls. I know, but a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of people are asking me about it. And so my answer when people ask me sports questions, I just say, listen to the fucking show. We talk about that shit.
That's what I say.
Listen up.
Exactly.
Even before I had a show, I said, listen to the fucking show.
If you're not listening right now, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like that, Dad.
Yeah.
so Texas Tech beats Michigan State 61-51. Then we go on to Auburn, Virginia. Awesome game.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome game.
Auburn should have won that.
I'll get there. Anyways, Auburn was 21-55, 38.2%. Not great. Again, defense wins championships. Virginia was 25-51. Not a whole lot better, but 49%. And free throws, again, Auburn kept them in the game. They were 11 for 14 at 78%. And Virginia was only 6 for 12. So they were only 50%. So not a lot of free throws, right? So here's the thing. In this particular game, there was there was a missed double dribble call. Did you get to see it?
No.
I did.
You did.
Yes.
Behind the back, hit his foot. He picked the ball up again and started to dribble.
Without the defender ever touching it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the way that I took it is that the referees just missed it. I don't think anybody caught it until after the game was over.
Yeah.
Before they start talking about it.
And the referees knew a foul was coming.
Yes.
So they were looking for the foul.
Right.
Maybe not watching for, anything else, any other
Correct.
violations.
Correct.
Because honestly, that late in the game, how often does a double dribble get called?
Yeah, no.
So that's not what they're looking for. They knew that the guy who had the ball was not the guy they wanted to have the ball. It was not the guy that Auburn wanted to have the ball, so they were going to foul him, and the refs knew that. So they wanted to get the time right on it, and they wanted to make sure to get that right. And
Yeah.
and they missed a call, but
Yeah.
it didn't. God, missed calls are, I hate to say, part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless it's your team. Then fuck that shit, right?
Yeah.
If it's your team, that's bullshit.
the Auburn fans have every right to be upset about it.
Sure.
Except Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he doesn't have a right to be.
I like Charles.
Really?
Yeah. That's terrible.
I like him too, but he doesn't have any right to be upset.
That's terrible. TRBL. Terrible.
That is awful, awful, and terrible.
But seriously, even Bruce Pearl said it because he was interviewed after the game. I mean, he had a couple of days of sleep. I think it was before the national championship game. They interviewed him, and he basically said the exact same thing Jeremy just said. It's part of the game.
Get over it.
Get over it. Move on.
He is my favorite Bruce. Weber being my least favorite.
Yes.
Nolan's got to be up there.
Bruce Weber or Bruce Pearl has overtaken Bruce Lee as my favorite Bruce.
Oh, damn. That's tough.
I am a big fan of Bruce Pearl.
I
really
like
like
him, too.
and I think Auburn's going to be there next year.
I think they're going to go far next year as well.
Michigan's already the preseason one, or already. Like, they already do that, like, right out of the gate.
Michigan or Michigan State?
Or Michigan State, I mean.
Yeah.
Michigan State's preseason one. Yeah.
And it's too fucking early.
My bad.
Too fucking early.
Oh, yeah.
But if Bruce Pearl's saying it, and I know that a lot of Auburn fans are pissed off, but
Yeah.
get over it.
They should be, though.
Yeah, I get that. They have a right to be upset.
I've
but
been
you
on
can't-
that. I've been on that side, and like I said, unless it's your team, you're like, get over it. But when it's your team, you're like, fuck that shit, and then you maybe want to burn that kicker's house down.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But that wasn't the referee's fault. That was the kicker's fault.
Oh, we're talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to burn that player, or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the fucking case is.
Yeah.
But may their family die. So I'm not. I don't care about it. I'm not an Auburn fan.
He's not wishing bad things on the person, just their
no,
families.
no, just the kicker for, or I mean, yeah. Anyway,
But anyways, that was
I know what you're saying.
that
Yeah.
was the missed double dribble was the first thing that pops up. The second thing that happens was the foul on the 3-point shot. Right, there were some people that are coming out and getting all pissy because he got fouled with a second left.
he did get fouled though.
Yeah,
He would've missed.
it was a legit foul. I was surprised they called it, but it was a legitimate foul.
Yes,
It's kind of like calling a fucking pass interference on a Hail Mary to end a football game.
correct.
Type deal. That usually 99 out of 100 times that foul's not gonna get called.
Okay,
But it was a foul.
it was.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think he did a whole lot of flop action. Like I don't think he tried to
Oh no,
make it any fake or anything. Like that.
Who's the CBS's like referee that they have on staff?
Oh, I don't know his name. I know who
officiating
I know
guy.
who you're talking about.
He explained it beautifully at the end of the game. It was an A to B jump.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped at one place and ended up at another, and he made contact with the shooter,
Which is
in
a
the
foul.
process. It was a foul.
Yeah.
You can be pissy that they didn't let it go
Right.
when they would have normally, but you can't say it wasn't a foul.
I completely agree. It just so happens that guy, his name is Kyle Guy, is also an 83% free throw shooter. And
Well, typically
And I
most
bet
of your
you-
3-point shooters can shoot free throws well. Though.
I understand
Yeah.
that is a kid that probably just
He may have vaulted himself up into lottery pick status with
I don't know about that.
But the fact that
The
that
fucking-
he was able to sit there with, and he knew if he missed, that's game, and he made all 3 of those free throws.
he could miss one.
He could miss one.
he could miss one.
Yeah.
See, look
Yeah,
at
it was
me.
a 2-point lead. Yeah.
Check me
Fucking
out.
Derek doesn't even watch the games.
I was working. All right.
But no, and he did. He they even tried to freeze him.
Yeah.
They tried
That's
to
the
time
old
out.
football move.
Yeah. Cody Parkey move.
No, fuck you. Man, why are we still talking about it? He doesn't even have a job right now, Scotty.
because it makes you mad and it's your birthday.
Is that the goal?
Yeah,
You know what else really pisses me off?
What?
You giving me blowjobs.
I know. Sorry, I used my teeth too much. But anyways, so Virginia ends up getting the W, 63-62 off of that third straight free throw by Kyle Guy, and it was still an awesome game to watch. It was an excellent game from start to finish, but there was just a lot of shit that happened.
My question
Going in
is how douchey of a name is Kyle Guy?
Well, if you're,
Like that is like the
Yeah.
douchiest name
he
ever.
can't help his last name, but his parents sure could have helped him out with the first name.
Yeah,
You gave him a pussy name like Kyle.
yeah.
It's like
He's in a
that's-
frat.
that's
He
the
is in a
guy-
frat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guarantee
don't
you
know.
he's a kite enthusiast.
Guy,
He's got 2 hoverboards.
He flies special kites.
He goes to parties with his acoustic guitar.
That guy.
Yeah, wears a fanny pack.
That's not
guy.
douchey. That's a pussy.
That's a wimp.
This is the guy that like.
You nailed it on the takes his guitar to a party.
I
though.
bet he's
Oh, yeah.
that guy.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
he's that guy. Either that or kazoos. Takes his kazoo to the party.
What's wrong with that?
I'm just kidding.
It's not a party without a kazoo.
Yeah,
True.
that's actually not even called a party. It's called a fucking jam session
Yeah.
once the kazoos show up. Bitch.
It becomes a concert.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So moving on, we go to the Texas Tech Virginia game for the national championship.
We were
Again,
slow, so I got to watch a lot
You
of
got
this
to
one.
watch this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Again, field goals were almost identical. 27 for 63 for Texas Tech, 27 for 59 for Virginia. So, I mean, small amount
The
difference.
fucking media was going on about how this is going to be a slog, a snooze fest.
Yes.
It's going to be a boring. I don't know that you could have asked for a better
No.
national championship
Fucking
game.
thing went into overtime.
Yes.
Maybe it's just because we're all sports experts here, but I thought this was going to be a terrific game. Before the game started, I was like, this is going to be a fucking good game. Because every game outside of the Sunday that Duke and UCF played, that was at the round of 32? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Duke and UCF played that game. All the other games that Sunday were blowouts. Mm-hmm. And then after that, the tournament has been phenomenal.
Yes.
Absolutely phenomenal.
This has
so
been
I
the
had
best Sweet 16
I had no
I can remember.
I had no doubt that the championship was going to be great. And especially cuz you look at every game Virginia's played and they've all been fucking nail biters
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
So
fucking
I knew it was going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I knew that. Now, I would have picked a different outcome. Like I said, I would have took Tech in the over, but I thought for sure the over, which was 119.5 last I'd looked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What did the final wind up being?
It was 77 to 85.
Okay.
In overtime, but in regulation, they had already passed the over.
Yeah, they had to, that last minute, they had to really start fouling, put them on the line.
Yeah.
And so the game was much closer than that score.
Right. It definitely was. In fact, I wanted to talk about another call that may have been somewhat questionable. Actually, two of them. But the first thing I wanted to do with this Kyle Guy that we were talking about.
Fucking douchebag.
Yeah, he played 45 minutes. If you're doing the math, he did not get out of the damn game.
Yeah.
Amazing. That
is
solid.
That's good.
And he ended up scoring.
What reaction were you looking for on that, Scott?
I'm just like, somebody give the kid a break.
I'm guessing he said no fucking way.
I'm probably. I mean, kudos to him.
Yeah. Yes.
But anyway, I was just shocked. I'm like, oh my God, it says he played 45 minutes. Now, come to think of it, I didn't see him go out of the goddamn game. So, anyway.
That's a guy that introduces himself every time to everybody he meets with his first and last name.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how you doing? I'm Scotty. Hey, Kyle Guy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That fucking Kyle guy.
Yeah.
I went to high school with a guy named Tom John, and everybody just called him Tom John.
Yeah.
Not Tom, just Tom John.
He's not the guy that makes the Tommy John's
No.
stuff.
No.
Because that guy, you should have been friends with that guy.
Yeah, he popularized that surgery back in 1970 something.
Yeah. Yeah. Tommy John? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it was Tom
Well, they
John,
also
not
make
Tommy John.
underpants, don't they?
Tom John.
Tommy John?
No, you know who does? Duluth Trading Company. Man.
If you have not, I promise, if you have not gone on our Facebook page, I specifically made a 6.5 minute clip.
It's 7 videos of Scotty fucking.
No, it is that clip, and it made me damn near piss myself then too.
He was incontinent.
While fucking.
Hilarious. Anyways, so
Which really, I'm sure, gets uncomfortable for the dudes he's fucking. But
why? My wife watches this show.
Oh, no, she just tells you she does.
That's probably true. Anyway, so there were two calls. One was actually it actually hurt Virginia, and it was the last play of regulation. The play before that. Well, I'll just go through it real quick. You had Virginia down by 3. Jerome was dribbling to the basket, had an easy layup. They're down by 3 points. He sees teammate over in the corner.
Oh, that was nuts.
And hit the 3 to tie the game. They still had 12 seconds left.
That pass was that was a heads-up play like a
Yes.
motherfucker. That pass was unbelievable.
Yes.
I remember watching that play, and, like, everybody bid on that. That guy could have stood there for another 3 or 4 seconds and shot that ball and still been wide open.
He could.
That was amazing.
And he obviously sinks it. They have 12 seconds left. They get it down and try to put up a shot. Virginia actually comes up with the rebound with the 6 seconds left. And the guy that got the rebound was falling down and tried to pass it to another player who was walking up to the referee asking for a timeout. They said that when he was calling for the timeout, the ball had already left the rebounder's hands, and so they couldn't call a timeout, and it was loose ball.
right.
Here's my logic with this. If you see that your teammate has the ball, that's when you look and call timeout.
You don't walk towards the ref.
You don't walk to the ref to do it, but my whole deal is that there had to have been some kind of possession in order for him to rebound the ball and the guy have enough time to look at the referee and call timeout. There had to be some kind of possession.
Yes, but he had thrown you. Once you relinquish the actual possession, if you're not in the act of either holding the ball or dribbling it,
I understand.
You can't.
I understand. But if the guy had the ball just for the nick of amount of time and he calls timeout, it's timeout. They should have, 4 seconds left to go.
Well, here was what I didn't get is when he had the ball in his possession and was going to throw the pass, basically all 4 of the other Virginia guys were calling timeout.
Right.
everybody was on the same page but him, the guy with the ball. Why were you passing the ball?
Because he was falling over.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember him
when
falling over.
When you fall to the ground, it's travel too.
Yeah, exactly. So he was trying to get rid of it.
I didn't remember
And
him
he didn't want to
falling.
move. He didn't want to move. And the other thing is whenever he somewhat kind of passed the ball because he was falling over, it bounced like 3 times before it went out of bounds.
Right.
Slowly.
Right.
Right?
Like,
But because it went behind his teammate because he was
walking towards the referee.
Yeah.
So then it goes from possibility of having an opportunity for a shot with, I can't remember how much it was, 6 or 7 seconds or maybe less.
ultimately, it didn't matter anyway because Virginia won the game.
It didn't, but it could have given Virginia an opportunity to go down and score before going into overtime. But we as fans got what we wanted. We got fucking overtime.
Thank you, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it turns out they have a second to show up or to shoot a 3, which, in my personal opinion, come on, Beard, that was a shitty written up play.
What was even shittier was the fucking Texas Tech shot to go before that play you just discussed.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
talking,
that one.
That was a bad.
It was a
three.
bad-
What the fuck are you shooting?
Well, and he got
I didn't follow anything you said.
Yeah, that's your.
There was a
welcome.
lot of extra shit in there that didn't
That's
need
what
to be
I'm.
there.
That's what. No, that's all needs to be there. It's called filler.
Let's tighten it up.
But yeah, are you talking about the last opportunity
When he
was-
got the rebound, when the guy from Virginia got
okay.
got the board
Okay.
with 6 seconds left.
Okay.
That was a terrible fucking possession by Texas Tech.
Well, the next one wasn't any better. They get the ball, they get an opportunity, they have a second to possibly win the game on a last second shot.
But Tech had like 30 seconds or 12 seconds. Was it 12
Yeah, it's
seconds?
12 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, 12 seconds, and you shoot a shot from the top of the key, an unnecessary 3-pointer.
Yeah.
They
and
also had a
you're-
timeout to take.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That was
Why don't
fucking
you set up
horrible.
a play? I guess because maybe they've got a better chance when just popping and shooting.
Maybe.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I didn't understand that. And then the 1 second thing, that's not something you practice, catching an inbound pass with 1 second on the clock a whole lot. I mean,
I did. We
Yeah,
did.
that's practice.
We did.
not for a turnaround jump shot. I mean,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a terribly drawn up play if you're a head coach. If that was what he was intending to do, was get that guy trapped in the corner.
Oh, I don't think it was. I think they just played
Bullshit.
really good defense on it. And it's hard to get
okay,
in.
okay, I give you that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do something that is near the basket to where it's an easier shot instead of a fucking fadeaway 3 in the corner when you have one of the guys on your own team, which means that you're going to get help defense if the guy actually tries to make a shot. And what happened? He gets stuffed. He gets blocked. And it was an actual block.
Right.
In your face.
But you got to
Exactly.
remember the situation that it's coming down to. That's a kid inbounding that pass, and he's counting down the 5 seconds as he's looking. He probably didn't get it to the guy he necessarily wanted to have the ball. And then the kid who's getting it's going, shit, I got 1 second.
Yeah.
Which is more time than what you'd think. But with those circumstances, that's
Yeah.
a little hard to time out in your head.
I'm running a double screen backdoor alley-oop pass is what I'm trying to run.
Sounds like you should be a coach.
I would love to.
They've all got to practice that play though. You
They have to.
In practice, because games, there's plenty of games that come down to that situation.
Yeah.
And what is it? 0.6 of a second is what you need to get a shot off, I believe. Anything under 0.6, it's not going to count.
I thought 3.
No,
For a tip, to
tip.
get a tip in.
I think it was Dexter Dennis did it in 0.5.
Right, but the rule is
yeah.
anything, if it's 0.3, it has to be a tip in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
So 0.6 is what you have to get a shot off, essentially. Let's say. So, and that is the Hail Mary in football. That is a play you run. You
Right.
run that in practice. Period.
I think you
Leitner,
should.
the Leitner play, it was
Yes.
probably practiced at Duke.
Yeah, and I think that was more than 1 second. I think it was like 2 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, but
And-
still.
right. But
And 99 times out of 100, that fails.
yes,
Absolutely.
yes, but not in March Madness apparently.
Yeah.
April
So-
insanity.
Whatever. Not in the Final Four, not in March Madness,
That was
whatever.
Final Four.
Yes.
Golden Standard.
So national championship game, I'm thinking double screen at the top of the key, run a backdoor cut. If anybody is in there, he's got one guy to beat, throw the ball up by the goal, see what happens. Because they're not, what are they going to do? Steal the ball? It's 1 second.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Who
Fuck it.
cares?
Who cares? But at that point, you're getting yourself into a situation where it's a 50-50 ball, 50%, instead of you're stuck in a corner with somebody else's defender that's going to come over and help, and you're going to try to shoot a 3 from the corner. I'm out. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a dumbass play. But anyways, beside the point. Texas Tech ends up losing to Virginia in overtime. But in overtime, there was another questionable call. And that was the 4.5 to 5 to 10, I don't know how many minutes review it was, of who did the ball go out on when Texas Tech was down by 2 points, got a steal, and it was somewhat of a fast break. Virginia player knocks it out of his hand, and it goes out of bounds. But because there was about a minute left,
They can review it.
they can review it. And obviously, the Virginia player was the one who caused the ball to go out of bounds. However, whenever he pushed the ball out of bounds, it did touch the guy's pinky last for Texas Tech. Therefore, agree with the call, disagree with the call. Because
That is supposed to be the rule. However, at any other point in the game, it's the guy who causes the ball to go out of bounds
Correctamundo.
is the one that they always call it on, but that's because they don't get the luxury of reviewing that.
I got the right. Yeah, I agree
Under
with
these
it.
circumstances, you have to make sure you get it right,
Yeah.
and they did.
you have a lot of people that are like, that's bullshit. They shouldn't have reviewed that call. It was blatantly obvious that he put the ball. He was the one who pushed the ball out of bounds. So what? It went off of his pinky.
You can be
Here's
going
my
out
deal.
of bounds and throw it off somebody's foot.
That's exactly what I said. That is the same exact thing I said. I said, what's any different if he would have knocked the ball and it would have hit him in the shin and it went out of bounds? What's the difference? Well,
none.
nothing. Absolutely nothing. Did they get the call right? Yes, they got the call right.
Any close call you should review. Period. Especially in that situation.
Within
if
reason.
it's reviewable,
Within
if
2
it's
minutes.
close.
Within 2 minutes.
If it's close, I think any call you should review. Period.
You said any. I'm like, within 2 minutes.
But there is a lot of times, like with block shots or swipe passes, where it probably does come back and ricochet off the original possessor of the ball.
Yeah.
But they still call it out on the guy who.
Oh, God. Have you ever watched the NBA? That's a fucking joke.
The what?
The NBA.
I guess not.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Sure. I mean, it's 10 times worse there.
Yeah.
Because they just don't want to have to call a foul if it's something that's somewhat questionable or whatever. They're just going to be like, I don't really want to call a foul, but we'll give them the ball and say it was out of bounds.
The NBA is designed for fast pace. The 25-second shot clock.
24.
24? Oh, okay.
24. Yep.
They took it down a second since last time I checked.
Yep. So
Probably made a lot of difference. So, but I mean, it's, it is designed for high scoring, fast paced action. And, the arenas hold usually a lot more fans, and that's what they want.
yeah, I guess I like college basketball 10 times better.
As do I.
Anyway, so congratulations to Virginia, though.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
did have them in one of my brackets. I did make sure one of my ESPN brackets because I talked so much shit whenever we were
Good
first
for
starting.
you, Scotty.
I did. I picked them.
Is that what you want to hear? You're the
No.
best.
Well, fuck. If you make 9 or 10 brackets, you're bound to have at least
Then
one
you're
that's
the
kind of
worst.
close.
You're the
I,
absolute fucking worst,
I
Scotty.
actually only made 3.
Oh.
But
Well, then
anyway,
you're about average then.
no, I'm about average. Yeah, I would say I'm average.
I'd put you right in the middle.
but because we do this show, we are all above average.
Absolutely. As are our listeners.
Exactly.
And we're well endowed.
Cut above.
Except for you.
I'm very well endowed.
Yeah, he left an adjective on it.
Yeah. I measure in centimeters from my asshole.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
You laugh, but he's not lying. I've
Yeah.
seen him do it.
That gives you an extra 67 centimeters.
I've seen him do it when he FaceTimes me.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hang on a sec. Gotta check something.
I gained a little weight, so I got to use a chalk line now, but
That's horrible. Okay. All right. So, again, congratulations to Virginia. They're your 2019 national champion. Moving on. All right. So, we're going to go on to a couple of coaching changes have already started. They're hard to find, though. They're not, unless you're watching ESPN on a regular basis or really searching for it. But Mick Cronin, head coach, used to be head coach for the Cincinnati Bearcats, which for those of us that are in the Wichita area, that actually does make a difference because we play Cincinnati on a regular basis. I cannot stand Mick Cronin or Cincinnati. That's our new rival.
they win a lot.
They do win a lot.
Every time they play Wichita State, they win a lot.
And you know what? If you listen to this show and you're in the Wichita area and you just so happen to be a Shocker fan, go with me on this. I want to ask this question.
Rebel, don't do it.
Okay, please. okay, I think that you have people that above the age of 40, 45 probably still really dislike Tulsa, maybe because of the rivalry that we've had with them for several years. We played them every single year, even when they weren't in the Missouri Valley. We've still played them every single year in the beginning of the season. I don't dislike Tulsa at all. I cannot stand the Cincinnati Bearcats. I fucking hate them with a passion.
I think I just found my new team.
Really? So much for taking you a game, bitch.
Just take me to the Cincinnati one.
No, definitely not. I've already got a UConn fan
Yeah.
that I take to every UConn game if I can.
Not everyone. I went to the one last year.
You couldn't go. So,
Second choice, I see.
yeah, see? There you go. That's what I think about you, buddy.
Telling your sister.
That's fine. She doesn't exist.
Whatever. I call it a slump buster.
That's great. You're adopted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Duh.
Her stripper name is Snagglepuss.
Is it because of the teeth in there?
Yeah. She's actually got teeth on her vagina lips.
Oh my
Yeah.
Which is, she says it's just calcium deposits.
Oh my god.
Whatever it is, it's fucking gross, is what it is, Scotty. She either needs to go to the OB-GYN or the dentist. I'm not sure. Because.
Oh, fuck. Calcium deposit.
Yeah, she needs to start brushing them fuckers better. That's all I know. Quit using a toilet brush when she does it, too.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, Chris Mullins also got let go by St. John's. Is anybody surprised there?
No.
I don't know much about St. John's this year. I know they're a traditional basketball school. I mean,
Yeah.
they're up there usually ranked somewhere in the top 25. But
Not usually.
Nah.
They've had a year or two,
you
but
can't fucking let me have this.
No, you got calcium deposits. You win
exactly.
the internet for the day.
Fair enough.
That's so disgusting.
It sure is.
Oh, man.
She needs to clean it up.
Anyway.
I thought they were barnacles.
Oh, that's awful. Stop.
She does fuck a lot of sailors.
Anyway. Okay. I'm still kind of shocked. Okay, St. John is in a decent conference, right? They're in the Big East. Okay?
It's not what it used to be.
Yeah. I'll go with you on that.
Who was the big guy that played for them like 10 years ago?
I don't-
That's the only guy I even remember that came out there, and I can't remember his fucking name.
Fuck, yeah.
Point guard.
He was a Wooden Award finalist.
Yeah, he's a point guard.
I don't know.
Now I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
All right.
While you're looking it up, Chris Mullins played at St. John's. This is his alma mater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I still, I mean, he's only been there, I want to say, for like either 4 or 5 years.
Well, I don't know if he got fired or if he's stepping down. If he doesn't, just came to the decision it's not for him.
I don't know.
Because coaching isn't for everybody. I mean, the great players aren't always the best coaches.
Yeah. Patrick Ewing, too. I think they both took maybe Chris took the job a year before, and then Patrick Ewing came in and started coaching at Georgetown the year after. But
Okay.
they're not very good either.
But no.
So
Yeah,
there's
Georgetown has fallen off in the last few years.
And those are two NBA. Well, those are two guys that were on the Dream Team, if I remember correctly.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah, apparently terrible coaches because their teams suck. But I don't know. I'm still kind of shocked. I would still think that Chris Mullins has still something to give to that school, to that college basketball team. I mean,
He
just
may
for
not want
being
to give
Chris Mullins. But anyway,
Amir Nelson is who I was thinking of.
oh,
That's not at all who I was
that's
thinking.
not
of.
what.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fair enough.
So no.
Kudos to you, Amir, for kind of vaguely
Amir.
remembering who you
I
were.
vaguely remember. That's exactly it. He's my age, so he's fucking old.
Yeah. But
He played from
more than
2000
10
to
years
04. 20th first round pick, 20th overall.
okay, we'll go with it. But yeah, and Zion Williamson surprisingly won Naismith. Wasn't
Really?
Yeah. Right.
it even a question?
No.
God, but
Now, is he in line for the Wooden as well? Because it's got some other qualifications, doesn't it? Doesn't it
Yeah.
have some academic?
No, it's called. They've got a. You have to be Zion Williamson to win the award this year qualification.
Pretty much.
For the Wooden?
I hear he's a shoe-in with that because his name is really. He's riding on that.
And that bad shoe.
And that bad shoe.
Yeah,
Blown out Nike.
yeah. Looks like
kids.
Scotty's sister's pussy.
Oh my God. It's never gonna end.
The inside of that shoe and Scotty's sister's pussy both have a lot of fungus on
yeah,
them.
God.
they smell the same.
NFL. Let's talk about the NFL.
All
Let's
right.
get off of this motherfucking subject.
Yeah.
God, that's
Speaking of worn out leather, let's talk about.
Oh,
Speaking
Jesus
of people with
Christ.
head trauma,
Yeah, right. Antonio Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster, they're fighting on Twitter.
I'm over it.
I'm done.
Yeah, I don't care if Antonio Brown walks his fucking ass into oncoming traffic. I'm over it.
I am the same damn way. I'm so sick and tired of this guy. I hope the Raiders plane crashes on the way to whatever city this year.
Ooh, that's pretty bold.
Scotty,
You're
boy,
stepping
that's-
into my territory now, Scott.
really mean,
You
Scotty.
called me Scott. I hope you're on that plane.
I hope I'm on that fucking plane too. Wow. Then I'm finally off the show. That's
I'm sorry. Anyway, I
yeah,
guess
he needs to grow the fuck up.
seriously, you left the team. You said you love Pittsburgh, and all you're doing is just talking shit, and you're kind of looking dumb with your fucking blonde mustache. Just
And the Raiders are still a season away from being good.
yeah.
So he's going to look stupid with most of the games that they
Yes.
play this year. He's talking a lot of shit that right now he can't back up.
No,
I really think he's the next Randy Moss.
probably.
Not the New England Randy Moss, and
Right.
not the Minnesota Randy Moss, but the Oakland Randy
Oakland
Moss.
Raiders? Yes.
Yeah, that Randy Moss.
Yes.
When he had Kerry Collins fucking throwing to him.
Yes.
And he had like 700 yards receiving.
Yes.
For the season.
And that's where wide receivers go to die.
he is gonna
Jordy
be that-
Nelson.
yeah.
Jordy Nelson went there. I'm trying to think.
I bet Antonio Brown doesn't finish his contract. I bet he gets cut.
Really? You're gonna go that far?
Oh, I bet. I don't know if he'll get cut, but
I
I
don't
bet
think
he'll
he'll get cut.
retire.
Yeah.
He'll retire.
I
He'll
think
get
he'll
cut.
bow out before he gets cut.
But because what is it? How many years is his deal? 5? Or
5,
three?
I
5?
think.
Yeah, he
I
won't make
think.
it 5.
I don't
I
think he's
think-
got 5 good years left in him.
No,
No.
he didn't have
Especially
3 good
not
years
there.
left.
Especially, well, we will see. But
Yeah.
newsflash: Jordy Nelson went there too. He not playing either.
He retired.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
So, not shocked. But anyways, Antonio Brown, rotten hell. Okay, some other news also came out. Aaron Rodgers apparently played the entire season last year with a broken leg.
And a torn uterus. Believe it or not. I think when he went down, he twisted his fallopian tube, and then it kind of like ended up morphing into the torn uterus.
Oh Jesus! Does anybody buy this shit? Or I mean,
Yes.
is it
yes.
true?
Oh, yes. I actually know a little bit about a lot of my family's in the medical profession.
Well, look at you.
Yes.
These
yes.
rich folks.
A lot of them are nurse aides, and so I really was rolling in it. Anyways, no, the fibula is the bone that basically bears all of the weight of the body. And so, in fact, there's a surgery that people with bone cancer in their arms, they will actually take the tibia out of their leg and replace one of the bones in their arm.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
With it. So it really doesn't do much. So all this really would have felt like was like a bad bruise.
Okay.
So I mean, it's tough enough, but it sounds a lot worse than what it really is. Okay. Now the thing with it is that he was one bad hit in that away from it sticking out of his skin.
God, that'd been great.
Oh, that's terrible, dude.
Whatever. I would have had jack off fodder for months.
I thought that maybe happened on the first game of the season.
When that happened, it was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
It was week 1 is what they said.
Yeah. And I'm tired of him too. Like now all the shit, it's slowly becoming a mini Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Because him and McCarthy feuded because when McCarthy was in San Francisco, he took Alex Smith.
Right.
With the number 1 overall pick. And Rodgers was taken like 30th or 31st or
Get over
where
it.
he belonged.
Yeah.
So he's been bitter about that. So him and McCarthy never meshed. And now that Clinton Dix has come over to Chicago, Clinton Dix is like, well, and now he's talking a little bit about Aaron Rodgers, and this is starting to unravel about kind of the prima donna that Aaron Rodgers is. And yes, I hate the Green Bay Packers very much, and I hate Aaron Rodgers more than, I don't know, terrorists. But it's all I don't think it'll ever get to the degree that Pittsburgh is, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be the problem in Green Bay for as long as he's there.
Okay.
You can't coach him, and his contract has handcuffed that team, and they're not.
Yeah,
they're not going to win that division.
No.
Until he's gone.
This is all kind of coming as a surprise to me. I never saw him as a prima donna type.
Aaron Rodgers?
I always kind of considered him pretty low key, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
His parents don't
About the
talk to
team.
him.
What?
His parents disown. They don't want him to.
Because they're fucking dead.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Him and he has no parental relationships.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his whole family doesn't like him. Or it's either one way or the other, but I'm pretty sure it's that way.
What? Because he won't give him money?
Probably.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But
Exactly. I could maybe see that.
That happens.
Maybe
a
he doesn't
lot.
like his parents.
yeah, but you fucking they raised you. I mean, at what point you're just like, buy your goddamn mama house.
Apparently,
buy
they
your
didn't
mama house.
Apparently, they didn't raise him very good because now he's a dick.
Exactly. Anyway, I don't know. It's the off season. I do.
I like how you gave me a metal cup, so now every time I go to take a drink, it sounds like I'm ringing cowbell.
That's a freaking awesome cup, by the way. That's a Yeti.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sweet.
it's. I love that.
I
cup.
dated a Yeti
Fucking
once.
name dropping here, brand dropping.
Sorry.
Yeah, sponsored
Scotty.
by Yeti and
Hey,
Duluth
Yeti.
Underwear Company.
Hey, yeah, Duluth underwear, Yeti, and eventually we'll get to
Open door.
Yeah,
Open
yeah.
door to you folks.
Exactly.
Anytime you want to start sponsoring us,
Love it.
We will sign that contract.
Damn
Yeah.
Skippy, we will.
We'll put our nuts in a vice.
No, we won't.
Send my ex a heart catheter, Yeti, because she's a cold-hearted bitch.
She doesn't listen to the show.
No,
Nor should she.
no,
No.
should she? Okay, that's done. I'm done with football. It's the off season. Oh no, I'm not done. I got a question for both of you,
9 inches.
especially since we're sitting here talking about.
Asshole to tip.
I had to stop. Knew it was coming.
Chalk
Anyways,
lined it.
That's the only way to get anything accurate anymore. Chalk line it.
Lord. Anyway, do you guys see Tomlin or McCarthy getting fired before the season?
McCarthy's already gone.
I'm sorry. I'm mainly Tomlin. I forgot about McCarthy.
Tomlin?
already.
I don't know. I like Tomlin.
I love Tomlin, but I have a very, very bad feeling that they're going to try to hang it on him.
I don't think so.
I think he's lost control of the team.
I agree, but what do? Get rid of the whole damn team and
They
start
already did.
over?
Already did.
They got rid of two guys.
The two guys.
The two guys. Okay.
So I think if you're doing that, you've made the statement that Tomlin isn't going anywhere.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Maybe so. I kind of wonder what's his relationship like with Roethlisberger.
Great.
Obviously,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why Antonio Brown left and everything was because Tomlin was sticking up for Roethlisberger.
Well, and I wonder if he's maybe doing that a little too much when or letting Roethlisberger take over the locker room when maybe he needs to step in and say, hey, guys, we need to cut this shit out.
Maybe. That's possible. The other thing is Roethlisberger, like I said, he's getting up in age.
He sure is.
He's getting a little bit brittle. If he doesn't start going to the fucking ground and trying to stay out of a tackle, eventually he's going to get hurt.
I would look for Pittsburgh to draft a quarterback this year.
They did last year
Did they?
out of Oklahoma State.
That's right.
We talked
about
they
that.
did.
Anyways, okay.
Yeah, but he sucks. I'd get another one.
It is a Big 12 quarterback. They
Sure.
Yeah.
typically don't do well outside of
look at
Mahomes
that fucking Mahomes. Yeah.
and Mayfield, but outside of that, you've got a long
he was
list
there
of
at the
shit.
Final Four.
Yeah, for
Mahomes
sure.
was.
Yeah. He was. I did see him there. I liked how he had like a T-shirt with like Adidas on it. Did you
Did
see
he?
that?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he
I
taped
didn't
over
He taped
it.
over it. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, all right. Done with NFL. Off season. We got all the time in the world to talk about that crap. So, it's baseball season, baby. We got nothing left.
You know what? Let me tell you, Scotty, I got a gift.
Uh-oh.
I got it. It wasn't for my birthday. It was last week. I was pretty prestigious. I was one of 30,000 of the first fans to enter Globe Life Park.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In a stadium that holds 38,000.
Yeah, I was one of the first 30. Kind of the big deal. They gave me a calendar.
Did they give you a calendar? That's awesome.
I have a calendar here. It is Globe Life Park. It is a calendar.
Hold on. For what it's worth, just so the listeners know,
I will sell this for $5,000
no,
or nudes.
we did not. We have not seen this.
No, you have not seen
We
this.
have not seen this.
I was pretty fucking excited
Derek
about
has
this.
been grinning from ear to fucking ear since he's like, "Hey, I got a surprise for you."
I think you're making this too big, Scotty.
Okay. All right.
So it's a pretty nifty little calendar, okay? It starts, oddly enough, not in January, but in April, the important month, which is when I was born. So it's a nice little photo here, and it's got the schedule on it, which is pretty cool. And then you go to May, another nice little photo of the park, right? And more of the schedule. In June, another photo, and then
You gotta
it goes
show the
all the way
pictures.
through. I'm showing the pictures, bitch. So then you go to the off season months, right?
Right.
So you got March. That's the spring training, and they go all the way through that. I think the whole gist of the calendar is to go through baseball season, even though they're not playing at Globe Life in 2020. But whatever. I don't know what that is. A pit of shit in February. And then you go to December. It's cool because they got snow on the ground in front of the park, that's kind of neat,
That's
right?
okay. All right.
Yeah, and they even put players' birthdays on the dates of the calendar.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, so if you're born, if you're Scott Heineman, I like his first name, Scott. He was born December 4th. It's right there on the 4th, which is pretty cool. But then, what's November, a nice fall picture, but what month is synonymous with baseball?
October.
October, right?
That's
BAM! Fucking nothing.
Nothing.
The Rangers are like, you know what? We're fucking phoning it in.
We're for sure going to be off in October.
Yeah. Zilch.
Wow.
great.
Nothing.
Oh my god.
They're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're not even going to waste a photography guy for one. You put just a jack-o'-lantern with a Rangers hat on it, for fuck's sakes. It is a blank picture at October.
Oh my god.
That is the best giveaway I've ever gotten. So I say to that, Wrigley, your move.
Oh my lord. Oh
Yep.
my god, somebody got so fired.
I love it. And here's what I think actually happened. Is if you there's a big advertisement for NOCO batteries or some shit right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And so that's a very bad place to put it because there's a photo with nothing. And then there's the month with nothing.
That's the bad side.
That's actually supposed to be October, but I'm leaving it this way because fuck you for that walk-off wild pitch win. You fucking assholes.
That's fucking great. Oh, that made my night, buddy. That's hilarious. Because they're
That
not-
made my whole trip.
I'm sure it did. I'm fucking sure it did. All right. So now we got baseball. The NBA, but this is our sport. We're over here. Me and you are wearing baseball stuff. K-State.
I'm not terribly proud of my team right now.
Why is that, Jeremy?
Oh, because they are the fucking worst. I mean, they are the fucking worst. If this was a Civil War reenactment, they would be the Indians. That's where they're at. They're losing no matter what.
Is this the T-ball team you used to play for, or who's this?
No,
Yes.
this is the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
Currently, actually, fuck the Cardinals-Cubs rivalry. The Cubs-Royals right now are jockeying for the worst teams in all of baseball and the worst bullpens in baseball.
Yeah, we're going to get that title.
I don't think so. I am not seeing anything to show that the Royals are showing any improvement. What did we figure that their ERA was right now?
It was just over 7, and I think it was just over 7, and we're at 6.9. We're 26 and 29
Yeah,
in bullpen
it's-
ERA.
The Royals, I think I had heard the other day, up before last night's game, that the Royals bullpen had 2 scoreless innings all season long. 2.
That's terrible.
That the guys you're calling in to shut shit down can't. And that makes for a real long season. They won their first 2 games, and they have lost every game since.
The thing I like about it, though, is that I was on StubHub today, and if I want to go to Thursday's game, For front row dugout box, I can get tickets for $22. And so you just keep doing what you're doing, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if you stink. I love going to major league ballparks and watching other teams.
Let's get this back to 1998 prices.
That's right. I'm ready to pay 88 cents a gallon
Yeah,
on the way
that
down to the
ain't no shit.
ballpark and park for $4
God.
And you can walk up at game time
with a
right
gun.
to the box
With a gun,
Yes.
right through security. You might even be able to stab a first base coach with a knife. That's possible.
That's only on the south side of Chicago.
Oh,
my
yeah,
bad.
that's
Tom Gamboa, you guys have seen that, haven't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
East side of St. Louis.
I
too.
don't love it. It was a horrible fucking thing. It's south side. South side.
I
That was
understand.
south side of
You could-
south
you
side of
could-
Chicago.
okay.
That really happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were just a stain on the Sears catalog back in those days, Scotty.
Some drunk fuck and his drunk ass stepson came out and beat the shit out of the Royals' first base coach. Their 70-plus-year-old Tom Gamboa.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it was awful.
Speaking of coming after coaches, did you see the Puig Reds deal?
Yes, I did.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It looked like he was trying to take on the whole damn team.
Suspensions were handed down.
Yes, I saw that.
Archer got 5, Puig got 2. I think essentially it goes to 2 and 1 because Archer's a starter, so he got a game.
Okay.
And did you watch how the whole thing played out? What had actually happened?
I watched it once, but it was just really quickly.
So what had happened was
was
that Chris Archer, I don't know what inning it was. It was early because he was still in the game, but it struck a guy out for I think the third out. And did just an overpowering celebration of striking somebody out. Like he just finished a fucking no-hitter type celebration. And it pissed the Reds off, which naturally it should.
Sure.
And there's some guy that comes up an inning or two later and hits a fucking bomb off of him. And he literally stood there almost until the ball left the ballpark. And then he flipped the bat and trotted around the bases. So then, about 2 innings later, that said guy comes back to the plate, and Chris Archer, I don't think he hit him. He threw behind him.
Yes.
And then the ump comes out, warns both benches, and then after he warns the benches, they decided, you know what? That's an invitation, so they cleared. And then actually, Puig went after the fucking 70-year-old fucking, was it the bench coach?
Something like
Or
that.
I think it was the bench coach he went after.
But the picture I saw looked like he was getting ready to take on the entire damn
He
team.
was ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, when that guy's proud, I don't know if passionate's the word I would use.
No.
But
I would use classless.
He's passionate about being a jack-off.
That's exactly
I
right.
fucking hate that guy.
I don't hate him.
I can't stand the guy.
Oh.
I don't hate him. I just think he wears his emotions on his sleeve.
Yeah, just like Bryce Harper, and he's a really class act, too.
I
I think
it's-
Puig is the most overrated fucking player
I
in
don't.
baseball.
I don't know. Babe Ruth is pretty overrated. I'm just joking.
I'm getting ready to say.
That was a joke.
Okay.
I like fat guys.
Sure.
I am one.
In and
Yeah,
around
that guy
your
was
butt.
a real athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Didn't mean to just jump on into. I took your job. I brought
that's
a subject
okay.
up.
No, that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. The other thing we wanted to get into was
Let me tell you what that is. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, Chris Davis.
Yeah.
What an epic fucking failure.
You know, those were my mother's dying words.
When she gave birth, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's true. That's right. Mm-hmm. Chris Davis.
God, he didn't know what the fuck to say to that.
don't.
No, he's just
I
lost.
don't. I'm lost. Chris Davis. He's 0 for 49. He's a first baseman for the Baltimore Orioles.
Yep.
He is
An expensive first baseman.
Yes. What did you say his contract was?
7 years, $161 million. Averages out to about $23 million a year.
God, they're so screwed. But it's the Orioles, so who cares?
They're fucked.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
time. And the way that they did this, okay, first of all, it's over 49, so they carried over from last year. I'm pretty sure they
No,
did.
the Royals did. Davis, that's from the beginning of this year.
Whit Merrifield's hit streak
Oh,
carries
Yeah,
dating back
he's
from last
yeah,
year.
he does not have a hit this year.
Yes, I know that.
It doesn't carry over. That is the worst start for a position player to start a
But
season.
he hit like 170 something
Yeah,
last year.
170
He was-
last year completely.
He was a home run hitter.
But I thought he was-
a shitty Adam Dunn.
Right, but I thought he's 0 for 49, and that carries over from last year.
No.
Oh.
He is 0 for 49 now.
Are you sure?
We're like, what, 12 games in? You figure 4 plate appearances a game.
Yeah, but I don't think he's played every game.
Yeah, he has.
Because the way I got it was 0 for 28 with 15 Ks already starting this year.
As far as I know, he is 0
carried
for
over.
49 to start the year.
I will double check because I'm almost positive I'm
We need a
right.
fact checker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony
yeah.
Kornheiser, where you at, bro?
What?
I don't
Fact
know.
checker sounds like it should be something dirty.
Fact checker?
Ah, you fucking fact checker.
Yeah.
All right. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
You fact son of a bitch.
It either ought to be dirty or racist or something.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Okay.
I'm not saying we should make it that way.
Oh.
It just sounds,
Yeah.
the way it comes off the tongue, it sounds like it should be.
Sounds very hateful.
Speaking of coming off the tongue, Scotty, your sister,
Yeah. Yeah.
This is terrible.
it burns my
It-
tongue. It leaves sores.
Looky
It's
there.
weird.
It burns her tongue.
And I'm not going down there. That's what's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I'm just absorbing it through the skin.
Fiction of your guys' imagination. I wouldn't want to go there either. Anyways, so far, Chris Davis this year has played in 9 games. He has 28 at-bats, 0 hits.
So it does carry over.
Yes,
I'll be goddamn.
I was right.
Well, he'll be 0 for 49. Just give him a few more games.
He
Surely
did
he
not.
got some spring training hits or something.
He
didn't
did not play today.
Yeah.
He did not play. They actually have him out of the lineup now.
I'd
And
say
sometimes that's
That's what a guy needs. Obviously, he's shown in the past he's got some skill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't start a guy hitting 0. That's just me. But
But, you know, baseball hitting is
especially is such a mental thing that once it's like quicksand. Once you get in a slump, it's real hard. The harder you try to get out of it, and the harder you try when you're batting, the worse it gets for you typically. But there does come a point when you have a moral obligation, I would think, to say, hey, look, guys, I'm not getting the job done. Send me back down to AAA so I can work on some shit, something. I'm not earning my money.
was he out of options, though? He may be out of options.
I don't know how
you-
that works.
If
or
you send him down and you're out of options, you basically put him on waivers.
I just have such a moral issue with the guys when they take these big ass contracts that
Yeah.
when you sign your name to that, what you're basically saying is,
I'm never going to do steroids again. Like, that's what you do when you sign your name to that contract.
Is that what that is?
I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
But you're basically saying, I'm going to get the job done. I'm your man.
for
I'm going
sure.
to get the job done.
Yeah.
And he ain't getting the job done.
No.
And especially in Orioles Park, where it's fucking easy to hit home runs. That's one of those East Coast
that's a hitter's
stadiums.
park. Yeah.
And Jeremy's pretty much a baseball expert. And, like, the question I want to know is, like, where are they putting the tee
Yeah.
for him to go over like that?
I don't know. I wonder if they're putting it's a curve tee.
I don't
maybe
know.
knuckle tee.
Knuckle tee.
That's the problem.
Speaking of
That's the
knuckles.
problem with hitting a tee-ball is there's no spin on it.
Speaking of knuckles, have you seen the moose knuckle on Scotty's sister? Holy
Oh my
shit.
god! Oh my god!
I hate both of you.
Yeah.
It's like the Grand
Yeah.
Canyon.
With her clit in there, it looks like someone's playing Got Your Nose. Like, it's just ridiculous.
What's that measure from her asshole?
42 inches.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's that fucking diabetes.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's awful. Anyways.
Yeah, I got on top of her and burned my ass on a light bulb.
Anyways. Y'all are jerks. But I
We
still
are such
love you.
dicks to this woman who doesn't exist.
don't know
We're
why.
sorry, Sandra.
I have no idea why I'm letting him do this. It's your birthday. You can get away with murder today for all you care.
Sweet.
But
Let's purge.
but
Where's my old boss? Where you at, Tammy?
Because I said I won't record another take. That's what, so you have to.
We're like the
Exactly.
Jay-Z's of sports podcast. One take.
No, I don't know about that, but
And we do have 99 problems.
yeah.
But a bitch ain't one. Speaking of Scotty's sister,
It's just gonna keep on going on forever. But anyways, that's all I had for today. I kind of wanted to see if you guys had anything else you wanted to
well,
go
I
over.
actually have a question.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay, so say you're running a train on somebody named Scotty's sister, right? You got you and like 6 buddies. you're kind of dehydrated. You're starting to feel a little bit of cramps in the legs.
It's getting to that time in the year where it's hot.
Yeah.
It's humid.
Your
You're going to
leg-
get dehydrated.
Your legs are
Cramps.
starting to cramp up, right?
Yeah.
You don't know if you've even got the stamina to finish, let alone you got 3 guys behind you waiting in line. So, is there anything you can take to maybe give you that little bit of extra boost of energy just to go ahead and finish, or at least pretend like you're going to finish and pull out and spit on her back like most of us normal people do?
Yeah, bullet to the head.
Never heard of that band. Is there any kind of like energy supplement that we could take?
Absolutely. It's called Strike Force.
StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely. By the way, you can actually no, I can't even make that joke. That's just terrible.
You might as well go ahead and make that joke.
I was gonna say it actually. If you put it in there, it cleans up that calcium deposit issue that my sister.
Is that true?
I'll be goddamn. No more feeling like I'm fucking a Mako shark, huh? That's awesome.
That's so awful. God. Anyways, I want to talk about our sponsor. It's StrikeForceEnergy.com. Very good friends of the show. It's an energy drink supplement that you actually just comes in little packets that you put in a bottle of water.
Speaking of coming in little packets,
Anyways, it has no sugar. It has no I can't even talk calories, but it has the same amount of caffeine as a regular cup of coffee. It is a very good product. All jokes aside, the person that helps distribute this to us is a very good friend of the show, and so we want to do this to try to help him out. If you go to StrikeForceEnergy.com and use the promo code for right now, no more cans. He's still working on it. I don't think
This is taking so long.
because they don't like the idea of it being called butt chug.
Have they said that? Or are they just
pretty
ignoring us?
I think they're probably ignoring us because they're like, "Oh my god, really? This is dumb."
well, if you're listening, we're looking
we
for
think
new
it's funny.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you would use the code we don't care if it's Folgers, Red Bull, or asparagus. If you just use the term butt chug for your promo, we will peddle the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
We have no dignity.
You don't have to pay. We might even pay you
Yeah.
to let us do that.
Absolutely.
There's a possibility. Anyways,
But
but
for your own amusement, put in the promo code ButtChug.
exactly, you won't get much, but maybe it'll happen. We'll see. But it is a very good product. They come in 4 different flavors. It's orange, lemon, grape, and original /
Speaking of coming in 4 different flavors.
just keeps on going.
Sorry.
And
But not sorry.
He's getting genuinely aggravated
No, I'm
about the
not.
sister that he doesn't have.
I'm not. I'm just like everything that I say.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Meanwhile, I'm going to make her look like a glazed donut
Yes.
before the end of the week.
It doesn't matter what I say.
Krispy Kreme.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so do check them out. StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use the promo code for right now. No more cans. That helps our friend of the show out, and we really do appreciate all of that. But anyways, again, I want to give another shout out to Keith. That's awesome. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
helping us out. We really do appreciate that. And
before we go, I wanted to ask you guys a question. I wanted to ask this last week, and I forgot to.
does it have anything to do with my fucking sister?
No.
That doesn't
No, it has to
exist?
do with fucking your sister.
Got it.
No, I wouldn't have asked that last week.
Okay.
This is a serious question. Based on what you've seen so far this year,
Yeah.
is there going to be a surprise player this year in baseball that you think is going to have a breakout year or a comeback year or just a year that nobody was expecting, unusually good?
On the fucking spot like this. Don't let us do research.
Well, I think it's fair if you pick somebody on your team, but you can either do really really good or really really bad. Because I've got one that unfortunately
I got a whole goddamn bullpen. It's going to go really bad.
but that's not a surprise. That's expected.
Yeah, I did expect that.
Exactly. So
You got me there.
Do you have anybody?
I feel like if you want to go on my team, that maybe, and I mean, expectations for the Cubs are so high because we're usually good. But
they're not.
I would say maybe Schwarber. I know he's been down,
Yeah.
but he actually graded out higher than the average left fielder last year in the field. And with them sending Hap down now, because Hap's now down in the minors, I think he'll get a little bit more playing time. I could see Rizzo, Bryant, if everybody stays healthy, Rizzo, Bryant, Baez, and Schwarber all hitting 30 plus.
Okay.
I really could, and I think Schwarber would be the surprise out of that group.
I don't know why he's not in left field. I don't.
Who, Schwarber?
Yes.
He should be starting there every day. They've been putting
Absolutely.
Mark Zagunis, but I think it's because of lefty-righty pitching.
Which is
But
a bunch of bullshit. Put
it
him in
is.
fucking left field.
It
okay?
is, but I think eventually, I fucking hate Joe Madden because he just tinkers with that lineup every fucking day.
I know.
And you may be playing third today, you may be catching tomorrow, and you may be pitching on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who the fuck knows? But I think if Schwarber gets the playing time, which I think he's gonna end up demanding that with his play, I would not be surprised to see it be Schwarber.
Okay. What do you got?
Not necessarily on my team.
That's fine.
I think a guy that people have kind of closed the books on a little bit or taken him out of the elite that I think is going to get back up there again this year. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I think Andrew McCutchen
Yeah,
going to
Okay.
come back.
I don't disagree.
I think
with, that.
with Bryce Harper, batting third in that lineup,
Yeah.
he's leading off. It's going to get him some really good pitches to look at.
Okay.
And he doesn't have the pressure to hit RBI.
Okay. Until Bryce Harper gets
Get
hurt.
on base. Yeah. Well, but there was a
alert.
time when they were ranking the top, 100 players or whatever,
Yeah.
that it was him and Trout jockeying it out for best player in the league, and then he cut his hair and everybody just dismissed him. But I think he's going to have a real good year.
God, I'm biased. I'm so biased. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like,
Ozzie Smith, you're gonna say it.
no, no. He
Yeah, he's
done.
going to come do backflips.
Yeah,
Yeah. He
fucking tear a hammy.
I don't think he's done backflips in a couple years.
Oh, I bet he still could.
I don't know. After he got a hold of your sister, I've never seen.
Jesus. No, actually, in my opinion, I think the player that's going to have the shocking year on my team is definitely going to be Goldie.
That's not a shocking year though.
But the guy that's going to be right up behind him is going to be Wong, Colton Wong.
And they're both gonna be getting ready to tag team your fucking sister.
But they're going to win the NL Central doing it. Cheers.
Maybe. All right.
Oh God.
Nah, the Brewers are gonna win the Central.
I don't know. I think if they get hot and the fucking bullpen just calms the fuck down, Hicks throws 102 mile an hour, 104 mile an hour if he really wants to. Throw strikes, dude. Don't just try to kill him.
Yeah.
Just throw strikes.
Tell C.J. Edwards that if you can't locate it, don't matter how fucking fast you throw.
Exactly. And that's my only thing. And it's like I don't necessarily know if he's just trying to kill it or if he really is trying to just throw strikes. Slow it down if you have to.
Yeah, 100-mile-an-hour fastball is plenty in the major league.
Shit.
You put it in the right spot. In fact, that's pretty fucking
Yes.
fast for most people.
Yes. The whole deal is you're coming in. You basically have to get maximum 5 outs. Let's put it that way. Okay? Let's 5 to 6 outs max. Most of the time you're going to come in, you're going to get 3. Okay? Just throw strikes. You're throwing 100 and plus miles an hour. It's hard to hit. Just get it over the damn plate. And then he throws an 89 mile an hour slider. That's nasty. Just throw strikes, okay? That's all I got. So, but anyways, that's my hope. That's my hope. And if that happens, we'll win the Central.
Nope.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah. No, that's a good question, actually. That's a good one to end on, I think. I think,
Yeah.
Good question.
I think, we're ready to call this one. Guys, we always really do appreciate you guys tuning in to us. Sorry about this one. This probably was a little bit more inappropriate than normal, maybe, but we really don't
not
care.
apologizing.
I think it was a little more unfiltered than that.
That's probably true. But we do always say, if you do like the show, please do us a favor, share it with your friends. I am going to tell this to you, though. I am going to start putting smaller clips. I know our show goes an hour and 20 minutes, and I get that a lot, that people are just like, it's just so long. Here's the deal. Listen to it in your car. Listen to it whenever you can have a 20-minute drive or something like that, like if you're going into work. And
You
if
can
not,
also speed it up too.
yeah, you can speed it up.
1.5 times.
Exactly.
I'm a lot funnier than Chipmunk Boy.
Yeah, and then I sound like this all the time because I'm really doing a lot of talking really, really fast, and then I talk to Scotty. I'm like, "Hey, Scotty, your sister's a whore," and then we just keep going and going and going and going and going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the other thing I'm starting to do, so if you do not follow us on Facebook, I am starting to put videos, just 8 to 10 minute videos on Facebook, so that way you don't have to watch the whole show. You can just get a couple of clips of where Derek and Jeremy are really, really funny. And I'm normally embarrassed, just like this entire episode. But the other thing that I wanted to say is we are now on Twitter. We are on Instagram, where Twitter is Unfiltered Crew, right?
Yep, at Unfiltered Crew.
On Instagram, we are the Unfiltered Sportscast, which I just started. Apparently, I accidentally did something, and one of our pictures got like 2,000 likes or something like that. I don't even know.
Average.
It was a lot. I don't
Average.
know. But so we're on Instagram. Obviously on YouTube, we are Unfiltered Sportscast, so you can actually watch us do the shows. We're actually videoing this whenever we do these shows.
Scotty's naked.
Yep, no. And then look for us on Podcast Addict iTunes. We're there too. Yeah, I'm definitely not. But anyways, do tell your friends, tell your family that can take a joke. And then if you know some people that do not like us, Derek.
Tell your enemies.
All right, guys. Until next time, we'll see you later. Thank you very, very much. And
Take that filter off and make it dirty.
we'll see you next time. Take
You
care.
know, speaking of dirty,
Why with the peg leg? The old pirate